Everyone, welcome to today's tutorial. So if you have any questions, you feel free to ask me using any of these lines on the screen, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, so let's look at the question. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be showing you how to find the inverse of any given function. So in this case, we have these questions, and these are the ones that we're going to find the inverse. These are the ones that we're going to use to find their inverses. Alright, so the first step that you need to do is you let your given function be equal to y. So our main focus when finding the inverse is just to make x the subject of the formula. So let us make x the subject. So we'll first start by taking this -2 to the other side of the equal sign to be like this, and then we're going to remain with this. So from there we're going to divide all the two equations by 3 on both sides of the equal sign. So we have y minus 2 is equal to 3x. So we divide by 3, divide by 3. The value of x will now be equal to y minus 2 over 3. So if this is the case, we are going to conclude that f inverse of x is equal to, in this expression where there's y, I'm going to put x, then I'm going to have this over 3. So this is the inverse of this function. So in the next question we'll also do the same. We'll say let y be equal to x over 2. Then we make x the subject, so we're just going to cross multiply in this case. When we cross multiply here, we're going to have 2x is equal to y. So our aim is to make or rather not 2x is equal to y, but 2y is equal to x. This is what we're going to have. So we're going to have 2y is equal to x. So x is now the subject in this case. So if x is already the subject, we just change where there's y we put x, and then where there's x we put f inverse of x. So we say 2x is equal to f inverse of x, which can also be written as f inverse of x is equal to 2x. So this is the inverse of this function. Let us also find the inverse of this function. So the inverse of this function will follow the same steps. We let y be equal to x plus 1 squared. So the first thing that we're going to do here is to find the square root of both sides, since we want to make x the subject in this in this equation. So if we find the square root of both sides, we're going to have y this side, then this other side will also have the square root of x plus 1 squared. So this and that will cancel. Okay, so we're just going to remain with the square root of y is equal to x plus 1. This squared has gone. So we make x the subject, hence we're just going to take this positive 1 to the other side of the equal sign. So we're going to have the square root of y minus 1 is equal to x. So now we will now change y to x, and then this part where there's x, we're going to put f inverse of x. So we say the square root of x minus 1 is equal to f inverse of x. Therefore this can be written as f inverse of x is equal to the square root of x minus 1. So this is the inverse of this function here. So it's very simple, you don't have to even think when solving such questions. Let's quickly move on to the next question. Okay, so this question is f of x is equal to 1 over x plus 2. So we do the same, we say let y be equal to 1 over x plus 2. So we make x the subject of the formula. So we're going to start first by cross multiplying. We know that this is y over 1. So when we cross multiply this side, we're going to have y multiplying with x plus 2, and you also have 1 multiplying with 1 that side. So what you have now is yx plus 2 is equal to 1. So when you have such, you can distribute the y throughout the bracket. So we're going to say y times x, we're going to have xy, then plus y times 2, we're going to have 2y, then this will be equal to 1. So we make x the subject, we're going to take 2y to the other side of the equal sign. So this side will remain with xy, this will be equal to 1 minus 2y. Then we have xy is equal to 1 minus 2y. We divide everything by y, to remain with x this side. This one and that one will go. So what we're just going to remain with on the left is x is equal to, then on the right we're going to have 1 minus 2y, everything over y. So we change while there's x, I'm going to put f inverse of x, and then while there is y, I'm going to put while there is y, I'm going to put x. So I'm going to have 1 minus 2x, everything divided by x. So this is the inverse of this function. So the few steps that you have to follow when finding the inverse are: first, you equate the given equation to y, and then the first step is you equate the given equation to y, and then the second step is to make x the subject of the formula. So you make x the subject of the formula. Then the last step is you change y, you're going to have x, you put f of x. Then while there's going to be y, you put x. So while there's y, you put x, while there's x, you put f inverse of x. Alright, so thank you very much for watching today's tutorial. See you in the next tutorial video. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, kindly do so by clicking the button there which says subscribe, so that you don't miss out the videos that I'm going to be posting. And if you have any questions, feel free to contact me on any of these lines. See you in the next tutorial video. My name is Harmtedy.